all right. No, ka do this. Before utla mo salo bonana le Mama Bolo.
Maboloke man.
Ola sala para o tshwana le wena so. Azangane. Okay, no, just checking. All right, all right. Firstly, I would like to say I'm sorry for saying you are the Black Sullivan. I know you complain about that, right?
Thank you.
But I need you to prove me wrong. Paul Sullivan says he used his own money to conduct investigations because he loves South Africa. You are saying the very same thing, that you used your own money to travel around Kenya and wherever to do the investigations. What's the difference between you and Paul Sullivan there?
The size of these operations can never be the same. You know, I was traveling, I could not hear what Paul Sullivan was saying, but he was talking about
No.
the private jet.
So that I don't confuse you. You said you are angry or you're not okay with the fact that I said where now you are a Black or Sullivan.
Yeah.
So I'm asking the difference between you and Paul Sullivan. Sullivan says he used his own money to conduct investigation. You are saying you used your own money to conduct investigations as well. Is there a difference between you and Paul Sullivan?
With the action that you have taken, you are referring to the same actions, not that
the
we are the
same, eh?
same. The actions,
The action.
not that me and him are the same.
Okay, we'll get to it. I believe he's a liar. Are you a liar?
I don't understand the question.
Are you a liar?
No, I'm not a liar.
Do you think you are honest compared to Paul Sullivan?
I don't know if Sullivan is honest or not.
Are you an honest person?
I am an honest person.
So when you take an initiative to do investigation with your own money, to whom do you report to all these findings?
To a handler.
To the handler.
Yeah.
And this handler of yours is taking information from you for free, but he's a handler.
No, it did not happen every time. Here the mentors refer to Kenya. Sometimes you are in a situation where 700 rand, 1,000 is required. You will inform him and still execute what is required. You cannot sit and say there's no money. In every circumstances, even people playing soccer, when the game is about to start, whoever is in charge will put petrol, take them to the ground, and perhaps expect to be paid back. A similar situation.
I'm asking Uti, this handler of yours, you are giving him information.
Yes.
And it doesn't reimburse you your own money that you used for his own information that you give.
In the case of Kenya.
In the case of Kenya.
Or you're talking generally.
I'm talking, okay, where do you get funding? Who funds you?
You see, it's a very difficult question. My handler is the one who can answer that. But I'm saying, ever since this arrest of General Kumalo and them and stuff, there has never been any operation that has been funded until today.
Let's pass that, we'll come back. Have you been arrested?
Yes.
How many times?
For being sentenced or arrested?
Arrested and sentenced? I
was sentenced for drink and driving assault.
Okay. How many cases have been dropped under your name?
I cannot remember.
Have you been charged and have cases dropped?
Yes.
How many?
And many times.
Many times. And what were those cases about?
Assault, driving, or not driving, reckless driving, fraud. There are many. I cannot. Perhaps if we had the CP 69 printed,
you will have those.
Yeah.
Is there a murder case that has been dropped on your cases?
Yes, that's correct.
What happened?
It was dropped. The state must.
What happened? Why did they say you murdered somebody?
It happened.
You murdered somebody?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, isn't that personal?
Murder, personal.
Kira, you asked me
Aribo
for
Swan,
no, to say why.
maybe Kastwana
Right.
made a
No,
personal.
okay. If me and somebody had a fight and he died,
Oh,
and you ask me why,
I'm asking what happened.
no, there was a fight.
There
It's
was
not
a
that
fight.
it was an intentional.
Did you shoot that person?
No, it was physical.
Um,
And he fell on his neck.
I fell. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then that case was dropped.
That case was finally was dropped.
It was dropped
Yes.
as a self-defense.
No, it was not. If a self-defense, it means I was found not guilty.
Were
Was
you
not-
found guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, let's go back there. That
I'm
case was
saying
dropped.
If you say self-defense, it means I was found not guilty. The court found out that it was not an intentional killing. But if it was dropped, it means it was withdrawn.
Was sound confused. Are you saying you were charged?
Yes, and the matter was
And then-
withdrawn.
The matter was withdrawn.
That's correct.
Were you found guilty?
No,
But the case was dropped.
the case was withdrawn.
On what basis?
I don't know what was the thing.
And which court was this?
It's in Mabatu.
This handler of yours, was he involved in getting that
No.
case dropped?
No.
The handler
There
that
was
passed,
no,
that
and the
passed on?
witnesses. No, there were no witnesses. The other witness could not come to court.
There were no witnesses. Hold that thought. There were no witnesses, Chair.
Please hold on Shongwe.
Yeah, no, it's a follow-up, Chair. Thank you very much. I just want to establish, at what point was the case withdrawn? Was it enrolled?
Yes, it was enrolled. It went to court, set for trial, and it was withdrawn because of the part of the witness. Well, the thing is, I did not really hear what was the purpose of withdrawal, but I was in court
So when you say it was withdrawn, you mean it was withdrawn by the prosecution,
by the state. Yes,
by the prosecutor?
yes.
So they didn't communicate the decision to you, I mean, the reason for withdrawal.
It must have been written in the docket. I was there in court, and the matter was withdrawn.
At the time when the matter was withdrawn, where were you? Were you in
court.
prison or
I
outside?
was in court.
You were out on bail? No,
Yes, in bail.
on bail. You are
Yes.
out on bail.
That's correct.
So you are saying the witnesses did not attend?
No, there was no witness. Well, the day when I was in court, there was no witness. And the second time, from the statement of the witness, because remember, the incident happened between me and this person. It was only me and him. So the state did not actually have the necessary case to prove.
Did you plead?
No, I did not plead.
You did not plead.
Yes.
So how were you going to plead to the case? Because the way you are
Not
narrating
guilty.
it, the way you are narrating it here,
Yeah.
you are saying you knew what happened to him. You had a fight and then he
Yes.
passed on.
Yes.
So
I was-
is that the same evidence you were going to give in court?
Yes, but it was not an intentional. He fell on his
Yes.
leg.
But I'm saying you are not going to deny the merits that
No,
he
I
died because you had a physical fight
Yes, I
and
wouldn't
he
deny.
did not survive.
Yes.
Okay. No, thank you.
Okay, Honorable Shongwe.
Just a second, Chair.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to come to you, Honorable Malema.
Oh, thank you, Chair. I just wanted to find out a follow-up on that. When that happened, were you now deregistered or were you still registered as an agent? In fact, which year? Maybe that will make things easy for me to understand. Were you then registered or did you be registered at that time?
It was in 2010. Yes, I was an agent at the time.
Yeah, what I'm saying, were you registered?
Yes, I was an agent.
That was before you were deregistered as an agent.
No. See, these are two processes of being registered as an informant and being deregistered.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, but after when you are recruited to be an agent, it happened in 2009, and this incident happened in 2010.
Yeah, but you were deregistered within a year. But anyway, it will come at a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
What are the chief of
Wait,
this on-
Honorable Shongwe, Honorable Malema.
Thanks. Was it a female or male?
So male,
Male.
that's correct.
And then when they charged you, the charge was it culpable homicide or murder?
It was murder. And then, yeah, it was murder. But my defense was intending to apply for to convert it to capital homicide. But before the trial, then the matter was withdrawn.
You had already pleaded.
Yes, I was going to plead not guilty.
No, I'm asking if you had pleaded.
Yes, in a Schedule 6, what happens? Yes, that's correct. In a Schedule 6 of Schedule 5-6, you have to plead, yes, before going to trial. I pleaded not guilty. You're
Yeah,
correct.
and when you plead not guilty, they would have said to you, you are charged with the murder of so and so and so, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you understand the charges? You say yes, and then you plead not guilty, then not guilty. So they told you it's murder,
That's correct.
which means there was a prima facie evidence of murder.
I don't know.
No, that's why they charged you with
Oh,
murder.
okay.
If they didn't have a prima facie case of murder, they would have changed it themselves
Yeah,
into culpable homicide.
that's correct.
And then witnesses didn't show up.
There was no witness. He was very far. When I took this person to the clinic, then this person arrived,
Okay,
and he later passed on.
no thanks.
Honorable Shongwe, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. No, thank you. Babu Mogotsi, this situation is very sad.
Mm.
If you know you are a father to your children, I believe, and maybe your family is depending on you, am I correct?
That's correct.
If I were to give my time to you, that you take this opportunity and maybe give dignity to your surname, give dignity to your family, take this opportunity and come out and tell us the truth in everything, and not try to maybe dodge this thing. Would you take it? The
Bishop,
question, would you take the opportunity? Would you take it?
which opportunity to tell the truth about what?
A lot of things that are really, really happening. Because you see, there's something I'll tell you. At SAPS, when one has a handler, your behavior is not the same. Number two, you are drawing a picture to me and the South Africans that your handler allowed things to happen while you were under his guidance. For example, it looks as if it's a promotion. You were a what do you call this?
I mean,
An informant. Then you got a promotion to being an agent
not by him, by the first person.
by the first person.
And his
And
handler.
this handler of yours knew about this information. So are you telling South Africans that the state doesn't care if you are continuously doing wrong things? It just gives you
Which wrong thing are you referring to?
a murder, my bro.
Oh. You see, and once something did not happen intentionally, there's a premeditated where I plan to murder someone.
Okay.
It's a similar thing. as we did
Let's stop right
Parliament.
there.
Yes.
Now
and
let's leave the intention part.
that doesn't mean
I
that-
just want to ask you when you continue.
Okay.
Let's leave the intention part.
Yeah.
Are you saying to me, with what happened, are you happy with how the court conducted this matter of yours in dropping the case?
But what was it expected?
How was it dropped? Let's go there.
I'm saying there was no witness.
So the case must be dropped because
The
there was no
person
witness.
who was going to witness also passed on.
Okay, if I take a gun and shoot
It's
Honorable
premeditated.
Ntomvalo here, and it's just me and him, and I take him to clinic or hospital, what witness? Why would a witness be needed there if there's evidence that I shot the person? I said that I shot the person.
No. You see,
You
there
took the person to the clinic, right?
Yeah, but there are gun laws.
No, leave the gun.
Yes.
I was making an example.
fighting-
You fought with this person, he
Yes.
fell, and then
intentionally.
you took him to the clinic.
Yes.
Is there a need for a witness there? Now that's what I'm saying to you. I think yabona ngesizulu mfethu, they say umuntu okhuluma yi-1 simbiza ukuthi uyahlanya sangene watsena. But kasi huwa umuntu okhuluma yi-1, maybe it's a child, we would say une imaginary child.
Yeah.
Is there a chance with this handler of yours is an imaginary handler?
No, you see, Chairperson, I'm still repeating myself. The committee will not get what is here for.
But we cannot accept things.
No, you see, and I'm giving you example, even when you live here with a
Mm.
car
Mm.
and you happen to hit someone unintentionally. I hear Honorable Manevo asked whether it was placed as a culpable or not. And I'm saying the intention was to go and place it as culpable homicide because it was just a fight.
Mana-ke,
And I did
mana-ke,
not,
Mfoko
and
Mfoko,
no
mana-ke. Let's
objective
fix
to
this.
Now,
You are investigating
Chairperson,
King
may I just-
Mrs. Zulu.
may I just- may I just-
No. I want clarity on this question. Yes, explain.
No, but I'm not making a point every time.
Okay, let me
You
wait
see,
for you.
Chairperson, we are talking about a name of individual, Brown Mogotsi. And we come here thinking you are coming to give information. Everyone gets so personal. The South African must see he's a liar and what that's exactly what you are doing. Because you are not going to achieve what you are here for. Why I'm saying that? You would tell me the family, the person died, and I've said it was not by intention. And we went to court and and we intending to bring a plea of
Okay,
mercy.
you,
Now,
I
you
only have
just-
15 minutes,
Chair,
Mr. Mfoko. Sorry
Chair,
for that. I
no,
apologize.
you know what
The
you're
thing is,
doing.
you are going
Okay,
all over the
let's
place.
do like
You are
this.
just-
Bishop.
The
Mr.
honorable member
Mr.
is just killing our characters,
Mr. Mkhotsi,
telling the world
Mr.
that's not
Mkhotsi,
how to contract.
Mr. Mkhotsi. The way I understand what Honorable Shongwe is saying is in a question form. Is the handler of Mr. Mkhotsi imaginary or not?
No,
I don't think Honorable Shongwe casted an aspersion upon
he
you.
was not even
He just
there.
made a question. So
He
you
was
can
not even there.
respond.
And when he passed on in 2020, was that last year, he had nothing to do with this matter. It's absolutely something that happened and we were still young at that time. And most importantly, we are coming here before the commission to say, here's the evidence. General Mkonazi never spoke about me and the murder and all these things. Then somebody comes here and you feel that South Africans must see. I think this what happens, Shay, when you go home, when you prepare. Everyone prepares.
Sorry to disturb you, just for the sake of time.
Yeah.
I only have 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I'm not like them.
Yeah, but we have not spoken to the.
We will. I just want clarity on. I want you to understand my question.
Yes, he's not in
Quick one.
National.
You say that case was dropped because there was no witness. What happened to the witness?
He passed on.
What happened? Why did he die?
He was sick. He
Was
was sick and passed.
Okay, let's go back. This is my question. Ungilalele kahle, ne? For the country to trust or your handler to trust a person to investigate the issue of Kenya, Israel, King Mrs. Zulu selling coals, and the ANC funder or fundraiser as you were, for a person to trust this type of a person, you'd have to say the character of that person is very intelligent and good, right? Especially when it comes to investigating matters, right? Do you agree?
I agree.
Now, this is the question. Why would your case need a witness if you yourself are taking that person to the clinic and you are taking that matter to yourself, you are taking that matter yourself to the police station? Why would there be a need for a witness?
You don't get the point.
Okay, you're not getting the question. The question is, when do we need a witness on a case?
You know, yeah, now I'm saying, even if the witness was available, I was going to apply for the plea of culpable.
Your case,
Because I'm saying it was not premeditated. You make as if I waited outside the house, got into the house and killed the person.
Let's go. Asiye phambili. Ngiyasibona isidingo sakho sokuthi uye evenini. Asilungise la. What is your relationship noBaba Mkhulu?
He's a comrade.
He's a comrade. Has he given you money other than the one or behamba between Ket Matlala and
Who gave me money?
Lokonje Mkhulu?
Apha mina imali? No,
Akazi.
no.
So your comradeship beyinani in between?
What do you have with your honorable member next to you? You are comrade. That's what I have with Comrade Senzo Mkhulu.
Are you still comrade, Namash?
Come again?
Are you still comrades?
Comrade Mkhulu.
Mm.
You remember, I'm not a member of Senzo Mkhulu.
Are you still comrades?
Yes, we are comrades.
Has he contacted you since this thing started, this
I
ADHOC?
I spoke to the chief of staff.
Sorry?
Nkabinde. I spoke to Nkabinde.
No, let's take, I'll just stick to Babu.
No, we have not spoken.
You have not spoken.
Yes.
The time there was this allegation made by General Mkwanas that you called while Babu Mkun was at Lusikisiki. What was happening?
That I called.
Hmm.
I sent him a message,
Sent who?
General Mkwanas,
For what reason was that?
for my own operation,
Which was?
to get to him and know him better and bring him to where I wanted him.
Were you also investigating him?
Definitely, it's written on my statement.
Okay. Who gave you that task?
The
to
answer is always
investigate him?
going to be one. There's only one
The hand.
person. That's correct.
Okay. Who was your previous handler? Igama lakhe konje, the one who died?
Mabuza.
Mabuza.
Yeah.
Who's your current?
I cannot mention him now.
Because he's alive.
Not really. It's
Sorry?
the arrangement that we made that I cannot.
What is the
reveal.
standing order of a handler? Are they allowed to be mentioned?
In certain circumstances, yes.
Yes,
Certain
in
circumstances.
certain circumstances.
Yeah, not in
In
public.
this
like
regard,
that.
why are you mentioning the one that has passed on and then not the other one as well?
What will it help to hide him? What will it help to not?
Exactly. Why? What
was-
would
he
it
was
help to
killed.
hide him? Exactly.
Yes.
Why are you hiding this one?
Where has he ever exposed me? He never told anyone I'm his agent.
Has the other one exposed you?
The one who passed on.
Yeah.
No, he has not exposed me.
But you've exposed his family. You've put his family in danger.
And you see, these processes that you are doing.
No, it's not the process. I'm trying to show you, Guti, if
You
you
know-
say you have a handler
You know,
and you are being trusted to
I'm
investigate
get-
matters such as King
you
Mrs.
know, I'm
You
getting,
cannot be as careless with such information.
Chairperson, I'm getting disappointed, When I arrived yesterday,
Babu
It-
Port,
no, this is very, very important.
Hmm.
When I arrived yesterday, I told the evidence leader, I've been trying to hide the name of this person who has passed on. I'm worried about his family.
Did the evidence leader force you to give that name?
No,
But
no, you see, now that's the point I'm trying to make. Then she said to me, but this is going to be an oath and what, please do the right thing. I said, I'm worried about his family. And we put the name. I'm asking if you spoke. Korea, it's so coincidental.
No. Just which handler was it? Who was doing? Were you trained were you trained for this?
Look,
What were you trained for?
yes, I'm being clandestine investigations and all COVID.
Were you
operations.
trained?
Yes, proper. Not written, the way in which the agents are trained. You don't wear uniform and 2 push-ups and stuff, no. What I'm trying to say to you is,
You were intelligently trained.
I arrived yesterday, I speak to the evidence lead, I'm telling her, I'm sitting with a problem of, I'm going to take an oath, and I am having the duty to protect the name of this person, and he has passed on, chairperson. And immediately, now this thing comes.
Thank you, Chairperson. Uzongithola la ngaphandle, i-event nje limhlophe.
Thank you, Honorable Shongwe.
Oban, hi.
You're not a fleet manager. Leave these things of fence.
Chairperson, you heard my concern.
Yes, I heard your concern,
I
but
came yesterday, I
but-
spoke to the evidence leader,
but-
the same thing, and I said, this person has passed on.
Mr.
I
Mogotsi,
didn't want to put his real
Mr.
name.
Mogotsi,
I needed to put it.
Mr. Mogotsi,
There comes the question.
there are a lot of Mabuzas who have passed away, including the former Deputy President, David Mabuza. So without giving much detail, I don't think it has caused any harm, including ourselves. No, including ourselves, cannot actually know the detail of which Mabuza we're talking about.
It's what I'm
The
saying.
point is, you have made a point because
It's been shot
if
6
there
times.
is a suspicion that you may have created a story about the hand, at least you have brought something which does not endanger the next person, because there are a lot of Mabuzas I can count for you. So you shouldn't worry about that. It's an information that is well contained. Honorable President Bar?
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Mogotsi.
Middag, mevrouw.
Can you please both of you. Shift